So what he does is he's in the majesty. He is the Word, which is number one here. And he entered through the Word, through heaven, through earth, which are all immovable, which is what he explained here to Judas. He moved into movement and senses, which is number two, so that we can interpret what he is, so that we can fix our mind on the objective plane in which he is explaining that he is, because he is the rest and stability of all things. And then he dies, which is number three, and returned back to stability and rest. And then he comes and goes as he pleases to come back to the disciples and teach them about his rest and stability. And this is how people receive revelation, from faith, and believing that he is the ultimate God. Because he said he is which was, which is, and which will be. And in order for that to be true, because he said he is which is, and if he is which is, then he most definitely did overcome movement. Because if he is which is, and which will be, and which was, then which is explaining that he has all of this. So yes, he did die. That's him explaining that yes, he did come complete the part in which he had to come here and die and return and then come so that he can say he is which is, in which was, and which will be. It's awesome stuff. This is just a reference tool. From the Dialogue of the Savior, the Nag Hammadi scriptures. And this was a Judas asking, how does an earthquake shake? So I had to go in here and do all this because I was really confused about how we are in the movement sense, because everything here, even though that it's a solid, is at a vibratory frequency, which means that it's moving. And he goes on to explain that the word heaven and the earth do not move. So obviously we're in movement and in senses, because then he goes on to explain about how he came in and he smelled, and smelling is it sets off its vibratory frequency. That's what it is. But he overcame all of that. It's just to go on about how in the Acts of Peter, Peter says, touch not, taste not, etc., etc., etc. It makes so much sense. It really does now that I went over this reference. But apparently I was recording my face while I was reading aloud the Dialogue of the Savior. So I'm glad I caught that while I was doing this. So we're going to get back into that, and we're going to be able to actually read it, the rest of it. Cool beans. I'm going to upload this right now and just set it as a reference tool for myself, so that, and anybody else who wants to look at it.